I am jumping for joy. We have officially made it to Friday. It feels like it has been a very long week.
Yes. I know we were just talking about this right before we got on. But yeah, excited for the weekend.
Well, I'm happy you're here.
Yeah.
Daisy is joining us today. Heather is out, so.
Yeah, we wish you best wishes for a speedy recovery, but it's always fun to be able to hang out with you.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're here. Let's get to some of the topics that we have for today, because I'd love for you to weigh in on this, especially this first one. Okay, so I know we always need life advice, right? If you're going through something, sometimes you just don't know who to turn to.
Exactly.
Well, look no further than a care home in Canada. This is called Misericordia Place, and they have a life advice line. So they have 10 different options that you can choose from. These are all pre-recorded messages, and they shared some of the audio files with us. So I want you to take a listen to this first one here.
I'm old, very old. I'm 97. My advice, geez, I don't know. I really don't know. Brush your teeth and listen to your mother. You got it?
Sounds so simple, but is so very true.
Yes.
So how did all of this get started? So there were 2 artists in residence who were spending time with some of these people who live there, and they were hearing their stories. And so they started recording their messages, and the Washington Post, they reported on this. And it was initially to pass along to family and friends, but they figured like everyone needs this type of advice. Do you feel like you find yourself in a situation where you just need someone to talk to, or you need someone to listen to because you're going through something good, bad, or indifferent, I guess?
Absolutely. And I feel like nothing better than people that have lived a life. I mean, she was, 97 years old?
Right.
She genuinely probably has experienced a lot of stuff. And I know in high school I had volunteered at an elderly home, and I personally thought it was the most fun just to be able to hear their stories. I mean, they really have lived these amazing lives, and they can really help you to prevent making mistakes that they might have made that, you know, us young kids, we were like, oh, let's just do whatever.
I know. You make so much sense, because I feel that oftentimes when you're going through something, you feel so alone.
Yes.
You feel as though it's just happening to you.
Right.
And you'll find that people, older people especially, they have gone through the same thing that you're going through. Like, nothing is new. You feel like your problems are so new, they're so just so large, but no, it's happened before. So anytime that I'm speaking with my grandmother, she is great for advice. My mom, I mean, they have been through some of the same things that I have gone through, and I find it fascinating that they can give me advice. Like, you think, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. And they're like, no, just, it's gonna all work out.
And they keep it so simple. Like, I love how the clip we just heard, you know, brush your teeth. I think she said something about, you know, be good to your parents. Listen to your parents.
Listen to your mom.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Life can just be so much easier if we just listen to those that have been there before us.
Absolutely. My grandmother always says, it is what it is.
Yeah,
You know?
there you
I
go.
love that advice.
There you go. Well, something that we can't change is aging. I mean, and something that is actually making its way across the country is this very, very interesting concept of scalp coloring or scalp painting.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of this, Mikey?
I have.
Okay.
And I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of when people started getting like microblading. It's essentially a tattoo for your scalp. And, you know, I think a lot of women would be excited about this because it's a Korean treatment that uses tiny dots to fill in thinning areas to make you look like you have a fuller hairline. So it uses microneedles. It also stimulates hair growth. So not only does it kind of create the look, but it also will hopefully create a little bit more hair there anyways. And so the results seem to be pretty subtle, and, you know, they naturally blend in seamlessly with your hairline. So it's not, you know, meant to be this crazy obvious tattoo.
Right.
But I just think this is so fascinating. And, you know, you basically will pay about $200 for touch-ups every 4 to 6 weeks, but maybe a year later, and voila, you have a beautiful hairline, which for me personally, I'm obsessed with, because I don't know if you guys notice, I always have to do a bang.
Oh,
because
why?
I have a widow's peak,
Yeah.
right? Which they say is a sign of natural beauty. But for me, I always feel like, okay, I'm gonna show you guys my widow's peak. It makes it feel like, you know, your hair
that it's thinning right
and
there,
I used to be called like vampire and whatever.
No.
But it's one of those things that I always thought that, like, I wish I could just pull my hair back in a bun or something, but I think a lot of women can relate to the fact that they don't like the shape of their hairline, how it looks, you know, like if
I
it's
would have
pulled back.
never known that you had, I can't tell, and it's
Yeah,
you're
you would
beautiful
never see
anyway.
that.
I'm glad you mentioned microblading because I've tried that, and when I first did it, it was a little too, they went a little too heavy with the ink. So I kind of looked like Angry Birds. You remember, like it was like somebody took 2 Sharpie markers. So you really have to be careful. But the fact that this is something that is supposed to look natural.
And subtle.
I love that idea. And subtle, yes. You know, just coming on and off of birth control and having a baby, like my hair has never been the same. So I've had issues with severe thinning, and I would definitely try this. I mean, right now, I think this is, it's in Korea. They brought this over to the West Coast, I hear.
Okay.
So hopefully it's gonna like come to other places, because I would sign up for this, and it's not too expensive.
Too. I definitely would do. So yeah, I think this is a fascinating new health treatment we have.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I agree. All right, well, let's talk a little bit about puberty. You know, that glorious time that we all go through.
Our favorite time.
When we're early teens, you know, your hormones are changing, and really this is the road to adulthood. But on the flip side of that for women, of course, is perimenopause. And so now we have a new name for this. We are coining it cougar puberty. So
You heard that right, folks.
Take a look at this funny video. Christina Kuzmic, she's a public speaker. She's an author on social media. She's a creator. She made this with her and her son. Take a listen.
The moods. Oh, the moods. 1 second, she's totally fine. The next, she's crying because we're out of cheese. Cheese? I mean, yeah, cheese is important. But it felt personal. And the body changes. We don't talk about it, but things are happening. Growth spurts in all sorts of directions. And you know, with puberty, hair starts growing in new places.
Okay, so she goes on to talk about hot flashes, and she just pretty much says, like, accept us or get out of our way. This video has over 9 million views on Instagram, thousands of comments. And I just love that we are really starting to normalize going through menopause, and other people are aware of it. And in this particular case, her son, a kid, can speak to it.
That's what I love too, is that it's not just, oh, the adults know what's happening, that they're being open with their children about, you know, this is something that Mom is going through. Yes, I'm going to be a monster. And it sounds like, at least, I'm not claiming she is, but it sounds like the son is a little overwhelmed by it. But just, it's normalizing the fact that these changes do happen, and it's a fact of life. And
it is.
You know?
I don't know if I'm in perimenopause yet. I feel like I'm dealing with some of the symptoms, like dealing with sleep issues and maybe a little bit of hair thinning here and there. But everything else seems to still be rather normal.
No hot flashes?
No hot flashes.
Same. So
no hot flashes yet. But this reminds me of something we talked about on an earlier show, and we called it's the We Do Not Care Club.
That's right.
Yes. And so in order to be a member of that club, you just have to not care. Like as a woman going through menopause and perimenopause, because it's just this whole acceptance thing and understanding that we're going to go through this change, and this change should be celebrated just as much as going through puberty or giving birth, or, you know, all of those other things that people often say hooray about. But yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I necessarily am feeling hooray about cougar puberty, or whatever. I can't even say it. It's like such a
hard one,
but it is a hard one.
But here's the thing, and now I'm thinking, like, maybe I am in it, because the temperature in my house, it has to be at all times 60 degrees.
So it's like, Mikey.
I know. I keep it really, really cool. It's bizarre, and that's even in the wintertime. So maybe
mine's 72, girl.
Oh,
I'm an island girl. I
would never survive in that.
60.
No,
wow.
Yeah, it has to be on frozen. But all you do is just wrap up in blankets, and you're good. So maybe I am going through the change.
I would love to hear what you guys out there think about. Is this a normal thing? Is this a sign? But
it's normal. All right. Well, before we head to break, break, we're so excited to tell you that you can now watch Talk Pittsburgh in full on YouTube. Here's how. You can go to YouTube, search CBS Pittsburgh, click the playlist tab. There you'll see the Talk Pittsburgh full episode playlist. You'll see the most recent episode play right there. And to the right, you can watch our previous full episodes. So now you don't have to miss a show. And also while you're there, make sure to subscribe to the KDKA page. You'll get notifications whenever something is new. You know, whenever we post something new, you'll be in the know.
It's going to be right there at your fingertips.
Yes, love that. All right, well, still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, anonymous text, a high school scandal, and a jaw-dropping twist. Dr. Katie is chiming in on the Netflix documentary that everyone's still trying to make sense of. And could this really happen in our own lives?
Can't wait to hear that conversation. Well, it's a week for everyone's favorite caffeinated beverage in everyone's favorite city. Boaz, it is a brand new coffee shop in McCandless. Checking out what this year's Pittsburgh Coffee Week has to offer. Hey, Boaz.
Hey, there is so much happening here. We've got latte art. We've got a barista Olympics going on over here. I'm going to give you a preview of everything that Pittsburgh Coffee Week has in store. And we get to check out a new Commonplace Cafe, too. That's after the break. I'm feeling very caffeinated today because we are getting ready for Pittsburgh Coffee Week. I've got the coordinator of Pittsburgh Coffee Week here, Danny, and we're not going to waste any time. You're giving us a sort of a heads up of one of the competitions that's going to be happening next week, and there is a lot of equipment here. What's happening?
Yeah, this is Bloom Battles competition. This is one of the events we are going to have for Commonplace and Rockwell Park. So basically, is two competitors are going to get in a rock, paper, scissors competition, and the winner is going to choose the coffee, the method, the brew ratio, and the dose.
Okay, so we know who the winner is, and so now you get. Are you the winner? Okay, so you get to choose what you're gonna brew with, what sort of coffee you're gonna brew. What are you thinking? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go for the Bookshelf blend, which is a special blend for our Northland Public Library Cafe.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you guys get brewing over here, and Commonplace is sponsoring this event at another location, but this is a brand new location, so new it's not even open yet. Right, yeah. This is Elisa, who's the CEO, and tell me about this new location you've got.
Yeah, so this is Commonplace Coffee at Northland Public Library. We are about to open our 8th location as a company. The library here, it's an incredible space up in McCandless. And about a year ago, maybe even a bit more than that, the library went through a pretty significant major renovation, multi-million-dollar effort. And they reached out to their community and they said, what are you looking for in the new library? And overwhelmingly, members of the community said, we want coffee, we want a cafe. Yeah. So Commonplace is super excited to be opening here. It really is such an alignment of mission and values between Commonplace and the library. We really all strive to create that third space and that community where our guests can come, connect with each other, and really enjoy an incredible cup of coffee.
Yeah, and how pumped are you about Pittsburgh Coffee Week?
I'm thrilled. Danny has been the mastermind behind this, but again, so much of what we do is really centered around the community, and Pittsburgh Coffee Week, going on over a decade strong, is a really beautiful moment for the community at large to come together, for roasters, for cafes, and really celebrate the art and the science of what we do.
And it's sort of an opportunity for a little friendly rivalry, because obviously there's a lot of cafes and coffee shops in Pittsburgh.
There sure is, yeah. Across from starting this Sunday to next Saturday, we've got latte art throwdowns. We've got the Bloom Battle that you're seeing live right here. So super fun competitions, friendly competitions, but also, a lot of events that celebrate the education behind this industry, about the uniqueness of water and how that impacts your coffee and different brewing methods and how that can impact flavor. So,
well, I'm going to check in over here. Okay, so what's happening? Can you give me a play-by-play?
Absolutely. So at the moment, we are brewing our coffee, and
what is this device? I've never even seen this. It looks like you're brewing in like a beer koozie or something.
Yes, this is called the Gray Kano. So it's it's something from slow pour. It's a really, really cool method of brewing, very similar to a lot of other pour overs.
Okay, and then we're waiting for this to go down, and then what happens? You pour the coffee into the mug, and then at that point, it's going to be judged?
Yep, then's the best part of it, where we get to taste the coffee.
Oh my goodness. And what are some of the other devices we have here? We have an AeroPress, I recognize. There are 2 different AeroPresses.
Yes, yeah, we've got the AeroPress, just different colors here. We've got our UFO dripper over here. We've got a couple of, this is a hand grinder over here. So lots of different ways that you can brew. And these are just some of the ones that are good for single cup, good for at home, some of the options for the Bloom Battles.
Oh my goodness. Are you competing in the actual Bloom Battles next week?
I will be judging in the Bloom Battles next week, yes.
Okay, now I'm going to have to judge once you pour this out. So what should I be looking for?
Yeah, so when we're looking for in a good cup of coffee, we're looking for acidity. We want still a little bit of bitterness because we want a full body, and then we also want sweetness. That's another thing that we're looking for in a really good cup of coffee is that sweetness coming forward.
Okay, we don't have much time left. Can I get a good taste of something? Are we almost there?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
So we'll put this here, and I'll get some. Here we go.
Okay. This is the first sip. Oh, that's nice. I'm feeling a little fruitiness. I'm making this up. I'm not a professional taster. Okay, this one looks a little darker. Let's take a sip of this. Is that a chocolate note? Actually, you know what? I do like this first one a little better. I think whoever did this one, there's more openness to it. Is that a thing?
Yeah,
I don't know. How am I doing?
I think it's a thing. I mean, apparently you prefer more of a fruity, sweeter note, sounds like.
I think I do.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Well, we learn something every day.
I've got a lot more to learn because we're going to be checking back in with these folks later because there was a lot happening at Pittsburgh Coffee Week.
All right, Boaz, we look forward to it. Well, Pittsburgh Coffee Week kicks off Sunday. We'll link you up to all of the events at kdka.com/talkpittsburgh. Well, coming up next on the show, we're trading in your morning brew with something with a little bit more of a buzz. Find out more about the wine that's ready to be the star of your table just in time for Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest officially kicks off tomorrow, and sure, bratwurst and beer steins take center stage, but we're skipping that for something a little bit more wunderbar.
Yeah, today, it's okay. Today we're saying Prost with sommelier Adam Kniezer, who is here with a festive wine that deserves a spot next to your pretzels and schnitzel.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to say that. That's so fun.
German is a language that I don't speak well, but when I do, it's a lot of fun to say.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Especially if you get it right.
All right.
So.
It's part of my roots. That's why I'm dressed in the lederhosen today.
You came fully ready.
I know,
here, and
a man
I'm
after
loving
my
it.
own heart.
You
I
know,
love this.
if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
I love
And that's my theme.
That's mine too. I'm curious, is there even wine at Oktoberfest?
I'm so glad you asked because everybody has this notion, which is rightful, that beer takes the center stage. But at Oktoberfest in Munich, there is a wine tent and there is wine grown in Bavaria. And that's what I thought I would share with you today is a traditional grape from the region that actually pairs perfectly with all of those treats.
Oh, fantastic.
And this is what this is right here.
That's what we have in our glasses. So the grape is known as Silvaner, and we think it comes from Austria, but it's primarily grown in Germany as well in Alsace in France. And this comes from the Rhine-Hessen region, but you will find this in Franconia, which is where Bavaria is found. And it's a beautiful wine. Notice it smells a lot like citrus. There's a little bit of a pear, a little bit of an apple kind of aroma to it. And when you give it a sip,
Adam. We swirl it and then we sip it. Right? Swirl it to smell.
Oh, I'm getting the pear and the apple too.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And notice how much your mouth waters afterward. It's almost very lemony at the end too. That is perfect for all of these rich dishes that you get at Oktoberfest, whether it's your bretzen, your pretzels that you have here, or like you said, schnitzel. What's traditionally popped on schnitzel for a little extra zing? Lemon. And so this helps cut through that, but also your richer dishes. Your pork roast, your roast chicken, which is very common at the tents. I remember when we made reservations for Oktoberfest, they actually ask you how many chickens you need. Oh. So
I mean, you need to know that.
I think it's essential information.
Take a bite out of this?
Oh, please. I mean, these are not set dressing. These are real pretzels.
Oh, that was good.
It's a mouthful.
Now, I
and then
should
that
taste this
helps
with the
keep
wine.
it nice and clean at the end in the finish. And that saltiness of the pretzel will complement this really nicely too. And that's the beautiful thing. Salt and fat are not just your friends in life, but they're your friends in wine pairings. And so salty and fatty dishes do fantastic with wine because it helps bring out the acidity and it helps balance it out nicely.
You're so fantastic at pairing things together. Are there other wines that you might find at Oktoberfest?
Absolutely. So you will find some sparkling wines there. Typically, you'll find Prosecco from Italy, but you'll also find other German varieties. Riesling is very popular as well, and you'll also find some red wines like Spätburgunder or Pinot Noir, as it's known for most of us in the world.
Yeah, I love how you pronounced, I'm not even going to attempt it. But,
Spätburgunder. It's different from Weissburgunder, which is white Burgundy or Pinot Blanc.
yeah. Well, I know that I am typically a person that doesn't go to the Oktoberfest and events like that
Sure.
to drink. I'm here for the food. So what other foods would go well with the...
Bratwurst. Do not be afraid of those delightful German sausages and sauerkraut. Again, German wines are very food friendly. They're made to be consumed with the richness of the foods that you get. They're not really necessarily standalone beverages. You can obviously just sip on this and it's a pleasant thing to have at a picnic table, but they are truly designed to pair with the richness of the cuisine that you find traditionally.
Oh, I love that.
My favorite is cheddar wurst.
How are you celebrating Oktoberfest this year? I can see you've already gotten started, so.
You know, tomorrow I will be celebrating with the masses at Penn Brewery, so if anybody would like to join, that's where we're going to be.
That is the spot,
But
for
you know,
sure.
that's a fantastic place in the city for all of it, and yes, they will have some schnitzel there too.
Oh my gosh, I'm in. Schnitzel. Thank you, Adam.
Bratwurst, all of the above.
So much fun. All right, if you would like to learn more about different wines from Adam, we'll link you up to him on our website.
Well, still to come on the show, it's the tiny indulgence trend that's taking over social media. Find out why splurging on a little treat can make a really big impact next. Well, sometimes it's not the big splurges that bring the most joy, it's the small ones.
Yeah, there's a newer culture that's really taking off, especially among younger generations. Now, there was a recent survey that was done by Consumer Tracker, and it found that 92% of Americans, they plan to reward themselves with a small treat. Now, this is like, it could be every day, it could be once a week, but the research says that it's important in order to increase joy, your mood, your lifestyle, This is similar to the lipstick effect. Have you heard about that? Yeah, where people shift their spending to small purchases rather than larger ones. Now, these small treats, let me give you an example here. So these are affordable luxuries. So we're talking nails, maybe a fancy coffee, a bag charm, even a facial, of which I would totally sign up for.
Every day.
And if you know the big Labubu trend.
Yeah.
So it's like you can live your dream life through them, so you can dress them in designer clothes. So that's like a small treat for a lot of people. And people plan their weeks, their days around getting these small treat moments. And so I read the comments on this particular article, and it said that no one can afford a house right now, so small treats, it's all we have, especially for this younger generation. And there's this grocery store in Los Angeles. Maybe you've heard of this, Daisy. It's a luxury grocery chain. It's called Irwan. And there's a popular $20 smoothie there that a lot of people buy. I mean, they really can't afford to shop in the grocery store because it's, when I say expensive, it's extremely expensive.
But they'll get the smoothie.
But they'll get the smoothie as this small treat effect. Do you do this?
Oh, I am I mean, I didn't even realize this was a thing, but like, I do agree with this because if you, I don't know, it's the little things each day. If you feel like, you can't get this huge fancy car or all these trips, like even something in the concept of like taking little trips, like there's just something about still giving yourself that happiness, that freedom, that whatever it is, versus feeling so anxious or worried that you're not
keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? We do this every week, and I didn't realize that this is what we do.
Yeah.
So we, Jordan and I, we have our date night on Friday, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I really try and eat well. However you want to classify that. I don't pig out.
Okay.
Most days.
Okay.
But on Friday, it's
You
like
lose control.
it's our small treat. Like I completely lose control.
Yeah.
So it's almost I reward myself for having such a good week. So that's my small treat moment. But I do spend a little bit too much time on Amazon, and I feel like I'm ordering basic necessities. But if I do go to the mall, and I'll tell myself like, hey, you know, you've had an amazing week. You deserve a little small treat, a pair of shoes.
Yeah, why not? Oh, a pair of shoes, yeah. That's right, that's right. Yeah.
But I love this idea because I just feel like we all work so hard. We're all so stressed out. And you just need that moment to do something for yourself.
Yeah, stop and smell the roses. I mean, whether it is a purchase or it is just, you know, even a small walk or something, but rewarding yourself, treating yourself. Again, like you said, for working so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, this world is hard enough as it is. So
Yeah.
just enjoy it while you can.
I love this small treat idea.
I love it.
The more the better.
Great trend.
All right, well, still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, Boaz is taking you inside the most caffeinated week of the year, from latte art competitions to the smooth science of pour over. You might just find your new go-to spot for a pick-me-up.
And Brett Goldstein is ditching those classic Ted Lasso grunts for grand gestures in a new rom-com giving all the feels. Kelly's got it queued up for Soft Pants Friday, and that's coming up next.
All right, it's Friday, which means it's time to shed the work clothes, slip into those soft pants, and get serious about one thing, your weekend watch list. And we've got to kick things off with the movie everyone's buzzing about, One Battle After Another. This one stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Benicio del Toro, and the reviews, practically perfect. It's actually the highest rated movie of 2025 on Metacritic right now. The story follows an ex-revolutionary who's been trying to leave his radical past behind until his daughter goes missing. To save her, he has to re-enter the world of the French 75, the group he once led, and after that, it really never lets up. Take a look.
This is Bob Ferguson. I was a part of the French 75.
I felt like Tony Montana!
Steve Lockjaw just attacked my home. And I cannot remember, for the life of my only child, the answer to your question.
Maybe you should have studied the rebellion text a little harder.
I need to find my daughter.
Well, then call us back when you have the time.
Honestly, if you're only leaving the house for one movie this fall, that might be the one. One Battle After Another is in theaters today. Now, maybe you're not in the mood to fight traffic or hunt down parking, because let's face it, soft pants aren't exactly always theater friendly. Don't worry, the streaming services have you covered. Apple TV Plus is dropping something intense this weekend, led by Jessica Chastain. It's called The Savant, and it's not just a crime thriller. It's based on a true story about a woman infiltrating online hate groups to stop extremism from spreading. She's not only starring in it, she's also executive producing it. So this is her baby. And critics are saying it's one of her best performances yet. Check it out.
What do you do in there all day? All night sometimes.
I track people who are planning attacks. My job is pretending to think like them to stop those people from doing really bad things.
FBI, on your knees!
That's why we call her the Savant.
Jessica Chastain, you have hit a nerve, and that one is going to force you to think about what's happening in the real world. The Savant is streaming now on Apple TV. All right, let's take a deep breath. Maybe you don't want action. Maybe you don't want politics. Maybe you just want to feel something in your soul. Cue the romance, because this one is for the hopeless romantics out there. All of You is simple yet so devastating. It's about two best friends whose lives get turned upside down by a new test that claims it can match people with their true soulmates. Over the course of 12 years, they try to resist what feels inevitable, that they belong together. Early reviews are calling it the kind of romance that you'll be thinking about long after the credits roll. Take a look.
Tell me that I'm making a good decision.
No, awful.
Great, thanks.
You know, this is going to ruin our friendship. Everyone we know who's taking the test, as soon as they meet their soulmate, they vanish.
You can still do it, you know, it's not too late.
I don't want to do it. I would rather just find it. The discovery. You're taking all the fun parts out.
I still have have not recovered from the summer I turned pretty and now this, the emotional warfare is abundant these days. All of You is streaming now on Apple TV. Now let's wrap it up with something a little darker, because if romance isn't your thing, creepy thrillers definitely are. Netflix is serving up a limited series that's already getting a ton of attention. Wayward is about a police officer who moves to the small town of Tall Pines with their pregnant wife. Sounds quiet, right? Wrong. They quickly discovered the town's troubled teen school, run by none other than Toni Collette. She's hiding some serious secrets, and we're gonna find out. Check it out.
I know moving back to your hometown wasn't exactly our plan.
We deserve this for us and our baby.
This is Tall Pines. Not a whole lot happens around here.
We have a minor unidentified. I can't go back. When you went to the academy, how intense was it?
Evelyn likes to be involved.
One more night without sleeping.
You've got questions. I hope taking a peek into what we do has helped.
Which is what? Exactly.
Self-reflection.
That show should be under the word binge-worthy in the dictionary. I blame Wayward already for not sleeping this weekend. It's now streaming on Netflix. So there you have it. Whether you're braving the theaters in Leo's new masterpiece, diving into Apple TV Plus for some intensity or crying your heart out, or creeping yourself out on Netflix, this weekend's watch list is stacked. The only rule, your pants must be soft. Enjoy.
Of course. Still to come, it's a documentary people can't stop talking about. Unknown Number is the Netflix true crime story that has become total water cooler discussion. Find out the psychology behind the twist everyone's still trying to understand. That's next. All right, you've had your spoiler warning. Now it's time to dig into the Netflix doc everyone is still talking about, Unknown Number, the high school catfish. It follows Lauren and Owen, two teens who are bombarded daily with terrifying texts for over a year. And the plot twist none of us saw coming was finding out exactly who was behind this extreme case of cyberbullying.
Lauren's mom. It was her mom? It was her mom? Oh, dude. This chick's mind is broken.
So what would make someone go that far? Dr. Katie is here to help us unpack the mind behind the messages. I just watched this last night because I wanted to, and my mind was blown. I could not believe that it was the mother the entire time sending all of these horrible text messages to her daughter.
Yeah. I knew it was the mother before I watched it, and I watched it twice. And both times when I saw the words in the text that she was sending, knowing they were going to be read by her daughter, I mean, I think my stomach got upset. I got chills. I had posted that I was watching it. I had a friend from college say, "Oh my God, Katie, wait till you see these texts." It was truly one of the more disgusting things.
Yeah. I mean,
I have seen.
The text messages were horrific. I mean, all the way up to the point where she was telling her daughter basically to end her life.
Yes.
Why, from a psychology perspective, why would anyone do this to their son or daughter?
Right, no pressure, right?
Yeah,
I think the first thing we have to do is acknowledge that there's not going to be an explanation that we're going to accept and say, okay, this all makes sense. But watching what I watched, trying to learn a little more about Kendra, the mother who did this, they have floated some things. She said that she had had a trauma around Lauren's age, and she was very concerned about the same things happening to her daughter. Now, I will say it sounds like she's pretty smart. This exact thing, I've never seen anything like this before, be a trauma response. Now, what is common is when someone has gone through a trauma, when they see their child reaching that age, their own trauma response will get triggered. But I have never seen that turn into, I'm gonna do almost the same thing to my child so that I can then comfort her. She can need me. Another theory is it's about control. Two ways. One, if we create the situation, we can control it and see, how it's going to resolve. And two, it could have been a way to control her daughter so that her daughter needed her. Wow. Finally, And this is where I think I'm falling in this camp. Attention.
Yeah.
There was a shot in it when her cousin, the mom's cousin, said, well, let me put it this way. She loves attention. If she was here right now and you're interviewing me, she would be right over here dancing to get your attention.
Yeah.
So this is where they floated the idea of cyber Munchausen by proxy. So if you've heard of Munchausen by proxy, it's basically usually a mother, but a primary caregiver either feigns or exaggerates or even makes a child sick so that they get the attention of taking this child to different care providers.
Yeah.
In this case, the child wasn't sick, but she was being harassed. And then what did the mother get? All of this attention. She went to the school. She went to the boyfriend's family. And they all, for a very long time, became closer.
Yes.
Because of this.
Which leads to my next point. It seems to be the reason, the attention factor, that she agreed to do this documentary in the first place, because she never said that it was her. Like, she started out as if this was...
Right.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is I did a little digging with that too. The documentary was almost done when she agreed to do it. I mean, they already knew it was her. It's not like this was discovered during the documentary, and I was struck by that too, because she's saying things like, well, this is when I thought maybe it was the other girls on the high school team. I don't like how the school handled this. You were doing it the whole time, which also leads me to believe there is a personality disorder involved here. Because even though she agreed to go on this documentary to kind of state her case, she really was not very remorseful, I didn't think.
No.
She downplayed it.
She did.
She basically said, well, we all do things we're not proud of. We all just don't get caught.
Wow. Okay. So we know that she has some issues, some mental issues, some things that...
Significant.
That she really needs to work on. But what about the effect on her daughter and all of the other kids that felt the brunt of what she was doing? Like, how do they bounce back, and how does that affect them? I mean, this is something that's going to be with them for a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, this is where I went almost immediately. There was a quote, I think, in the beginning of the movie, and it sounded like it was Lauren, the daughter's voice, and she said something along the lines of, the more friends you have, the easier it is for them to betray you. And then she found out it was her mother betraying her this entire time. I think the biggest issue that's probably going to come up is trust.
Right.
If you cannot trust your primary caregiver,
you can't trust.
You cannot trust anything. Now, her saving grace could be her relationship with her father.
Right.
But I sure hope Kendra's getting help, but I really, really, really hope that Lauren is working through this too.
Yeah. Really quickly, oftentimes, are there warning signs to people like this and parents like this?
I think so. I mean, so I don't know that we would ever predict this happening, but let's say you're at a sporting event and it's the mom trying to get the attention versus focusing on the child. I would be a little wary of that.
Yeah, me too. Wow, I'm glad you were here to break all of this down, because my mind was blown. Yeah, that's not normal. Thank you, Katie. All right, if you're interested in booking a session with Dr. Katie Stewart, we'll link you up on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh. Let's head back out to McCandless, where Boaz is about 6 espresso shots in. Boaz, how are you holding up? Are you feeling caffeinated?
Yeah, feeling a little weird, but I can't stop drinking coffee. It just tastes so good, and we've got more to share with you about Pittsburgh Coffee Week after the break. We're going to be giving you a sneak peek of the latte art throwdown, so stay with us.
There's so much more to do than just drinking a cup of joe during Pittsburgh Coffee Week.
Yeah, Boaz is in McCandless, getting caffeinated and a little competitive. How's it going over there, Boaz?
There is so much going on. Drinking coffee is just the beginning. There are also all these competitions. We saw a preview of the Bloom battle earlier, but now we're getting ready for the latte art throwdown. We've got Danny here as the coordinator of all the magic that is Pittsburgh Coffee Week. And so you're steaming your milk right now.
Yeah, so Pittsburgh Coffee Week is all about celebrating city's coffee community.
Yeah.
So all shops all around the city are hosting events, collaborations, latte art, like this one.
Yeah.
And
there's like special drinks people are making.
Yeah, so we have all the drink specials. We have La Prima, we have Georgie's Corner. We have so many different drinks specials that actually you can see it in our website. It's PittsburghCoffeeWeek.com, and you can see all the really nice drinks and the specials we have for you guys.
That's awesome. We've got Amy from Constellation Coffee here too. Is your milk steamed? Are you ready to go?
My milk is not steamed.
Okay, go get that milk steaming because we've got to do a latte art throwdown over here. And so this is just one of many competitions that's happening. Oh, are you going to pour right now? Okay, let's see it.
So we choose to do a heart. So both we need to do the same design, and this is going to be a heart, and you will choose who won. Okay, this is mine.
Wow, that's a beautiful heart. And what are other things? I've seen people do swans. I've seen people do like little ferns.
Yeah, you can do so many difficult designs. It's more about how skilled you are and how many experience you have.
How long have you been doing this?
10 years around.
And also, your grandparents used to live on a coffee farm, so you've been doing this since you were a baby, sort of.
Yeah, that was our background, basically. A playground where you can just go and be around the trees and just pick the cherries. Or basically, our gift was to get a pound of coffee and bring it home. Yeah,
that's so fun. Okay, let's check in with Amy over here from Constellation Coffee. And you've told me you've had some awkward moments where you're trying to make someone a heart and it doesn't turn out that well.
It happens sometimes, you know. That's life.
Yeah, sometimes you give someone a broken heart, maybe they read into that too much. How long have you been in the coffee biz?
I've been working in coffee for about 18 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to at Pittsburgh Coffee Week?
There's a lot I'm looking forward to. I think the bloom battles are going to be a lot of fun. I'm also looking forward to our own event, the Barista Olympics.
Well, I'm very intrigued. Tell me about the Barista Olympics.
So there's a lot that baristas do that doesn't necessarily get as much attention because it's not quite as flashy as a beautiful latte.
Yeah.
But I think baristas still deserve accolades for being able to do things like maybe throw trash from their back porch into the dumpster or carry a very full cup of coffee from the bar all the way through a crowded cafe, over strollers and people's dogs to land on.
And that's something you're doing. You're creating an obstacle course, and someone has to walk with a very full latte cup out. And so what are some of the obstacles?
Tables, crates, you know, it'll be a little ad hoc, but we'll make it fun.
Yeah, you're letting like 10 stray cats into the coffee shop and they have to sort of deal with it.
Let's hope not. You never know, though. It is First Friday on Penn, so we'll see.
And you brought some props here so we can do at least one part of the Barista Olympics. So what is this part here?
So this is the trash toss. We have a nice little...
The less glamorous part of the barista's job.
Nevertheless, extremely important.
Yeah, sure.
So we've got 5 points for the dumpster in front and 10 points for the dumpster in back.
Okay. Are you going to give it a go, you and Danny?
Let's see, yeah.
All right, first toss goes to Danny. Okay, Danny, take the inaugural toss.
Okay. Ready? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, 10 points. Okay. Okay. Well. Do we have to empty it out before you can get it? Or Amy's going to go for it? Let's go, Amy. Okay, we've got an assistant here, a Barista Olympics assistant. All right. Oh, big upset. A big upset at the end. Amy from Constellation Coffee was not able to pull through. But don't worry, this is all just practice because actual Pittsburgh Coffee Week starts on Sunday?
Yeah, we start September 28th to October 4th. So at the end of the day, everything is about coffee community. And so you can go to meet new shops, new people, new baristas, and see what coffee brings to the city, Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Well, I am pumped for Pittsburgh Coffee Week. In fact, this morning I was at the station and I was about to get a coffee and I was like, Boaz, don't do it. You're going to be drinking a lot of coffee today, and I'm glad I didn't have that first coffee because I've definitely got up here.
Well, Boaz, I was hoping to see you do the trash toss.
Yeah, we want to see you toss.
Can you try it? I think you would be really good at it.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. I can try the trash toss too. I'm not even a barista. I'm not even qualified, but sure, I'll see what I can.
But you're good
what
at
I can
so
do
many
over here.
things.
Okay. One-handed too. I'm holding them. We're resetting. We have the Olympic crew.
Boaz.
Wah, wah.
Hey, that was close.
Maybe you don't have a future as a barista.
I'm not ready to be a barista.
It's okay. You try. All right. Well, Pittsburgh Coffee Week starts this Sunday and runs through Saturday, October 4th, and we'll be right back. Thanks for joining us for Talk Pittsburgh. We will also be streaming on CBS News Pittsburgh tonight at 9. KDKA TV News at 4 starts now. Happy